Hello and welcome. Today I'll be taking you through the new A27 Bank app, which includes the newest features of wireless connecting to any A27 ATM. To start off with, we sign in like we do with any other normal bank app, but for today's reference we'll be working with child locks. After signing in and putting in our two-factor code, which will either be sent to a person's email or messages, we will then be greeted with the child lock screen. In this case, a parent or guardian will then put in their 4-digit child lock code and then write in the amount they wish for their child to spend. In this case, it will be $50. Now the app is in the child's hands, which in this case is named Timothy. As you can see, everything is very boldly displayed and has a picture next to each option. This makes it easier for Timothy to understand. Now in this scenario, Timothy is in front of an ATM and wants to do the same action he did previously, which is displayed here in previous actions. He simply selects this option and then scans the QR code written on the ATM. From here, he will then write the numbers which are also displayed on the ATM, and then will be asked if he would like to withdraw, which in this case he would. The withdrawal is complete and he's been given his money. Now he would like to sign out. But wait, Timothy wasn't done with the app and doesn't know the child lock, so now he's locked out for good, right? No. The child lock only gets displayed with how often the parent wishes to change the spending to limit. In this case, on the bottom written here under time remaining is 6 days, 23 hours and 52 minutes. This is because the parent's time limit is roughly 1 week. Now due to him withdrawing the money, the time has gone down because it has taken him 8 minutes to withdraw this money. You'll also notice that the expenditure limit has now gone to 0 instead of 50. This is because he's pulled out his $50 and has nothing more to spend. But let's start over and have a look at what the screen originally looked like. So we sign in and put in our two-factor authentication code and our unique 4-digit code for our child lock. As we can see, the child's expenditure limit is $50 and the time remaining is 6 days, 23 hours and 59 minutes. Now we are here, let's go through some of the other options. With our transfer option, we will simply pick the account we wish to transfer from, which will be our card, and then click the account we wish to transfer to, which will be our savings. We can then type in the amount we wish to transfer and continue. Once this is done, we can either sign out or go back. Now withdrawal has the same premise as it did with our previous action. First we scan the QR code in the ATM and type in the 3-digit number. Now as we can see, we have 6 fast options. In this case, Timothy would like to pull out $20. As we can see, the page has now changed, with the previous action being $20 and the expenditure limit now being $30. This is because the $20 has been removed from the $50 which he previously had. Now what if we go back into withdrawal and he decides he would like to pull out a different amount? This can be done in Other. Now as we can see below is a set of instructions that reads, needs to have a 0 on the end of the amount and must not be more than $500. Now in this scenario, Timothy is not going to pull out $500, but he wants to see what happens if he tries to pull out $60. As you can see, he's given a message inside the box, which writes, withdrawal limit is $50 and he cannot withdraw the written amount. Alright, Timothy now knows he can't withdraw $60. Cheeky Timothy. He just goes to pull out the original $20 he wanted to pull out. And again, everything has changed due to the fact that his previous action was a withdrawal. Now starting over, let's say we want a deposit. Now of course with deposit we'll have the same concept of connecting to the ATM as we did with the previous options. But as you have noticed, I am not clicking anything in this situation. That's because Timothy is currently inserting the money into the ATM, which is getting displayed onto his phone. Once he has finished inserting the amount of cash he wishes to put into his account, he then clicks enter. He then selects the account he wishes for it to go into, which in this case will be his card, and then signs out. Now that we have done everything on the front page, I'd like to go through settings. seeing as this is a child lock option, and I would like to go through some of the child lock options available. Now, once we have entered our child lock, we can see 4 main options. The first one is turn on and off child lock. Now, due to the fact that this app has already been turned on with child lock, clicking this will turn it off. First, a parent will put in their 4-digit unique code and then be asked if they are sure they would like to proceed with this, and given an explanation that this means that whoever is using this app will have full access to all banking options. In this case, we would like to change it. It has been successfully changed, and you'll be asked to go back into settings. Now let's start over and pretend the child lock is still on. Now what if Timothy spends his $50 but then realizes he needs $20 for an excursion? He can then ask his parents to change the spending amount, to which they will click this option here. They will then put in their 4-digit code and type in the amount they wish to enter for that week. They will then be asked if they are sure they want to change the limit, to which yes they would, and then will be taken back into settings. Now let's say Timothy finds out the 4-digit code. Cheeky Timmy. Now the parents have to change that 4-digit password. This can be simply done by writing in the original code to be entered into the new password section, and then type in the new password they wish to use. By writing the same password in to confirm it, they will then have their password successfully changed and again be taken back into settings. Now last but not least, what if the parents feel that weekly is too often and they think that they should up the reset timer? They will click the 4th option, to which they will put in their unique 4-digit code and then say that they would like the limit to be changed to monthly. The limit will be successfully changed and you'll be taken back into settings. I hope this app was easy for you to understand, as we've gone through all the major items in which Timothy would need to have access to. I thank you for your time.